interview today with Peter Kim, founder of Hudson Jeans, the wildly popular cult sensation, right, of denim. Thank you so much, Peter, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
For us, we don't sell jeans. We're really selling a dream.
A mission, principle.
Hey, when you think about what you've accomplished and you look back, the sheer size of it, what does that mean to you?
I can't believe the size of the company that it is at this point. As a child, I had a lot of issues. So I grew up not doing well in school. It was an interesting piece that I started my career, but one of the things that I give a lot of credit to my parents, or all the credit to my parents, is they've always enforced on us, to follow your dreams. Like, always be passionate about what you're doing, follow your dreams, and yeah, the money's good, but don't chase the money, don't chase the money. So it was something that was instilled in me as a young kid. And coming into my career, it was really never about the money. It was, there was this dream of creating something bigger and something more fun.
Well, let's talk about Hudson Jeans. I mean, how many employees do you have here now?
I think we probably have about 120.
When you think about leadership, how do you lead a community of 100 plus? I mean, I'm sure it's easier when you had maybe 5 employees. How did you evolve?
I'm a huge believer, before you even start a company, really defining your core purpose. What are your values? What are your principles? What's the culture that we're trying to build first and foremost? And that becomes the foundation of what we're doing. And then let's build a business on top of that. So I think for me, it just started with clearly defining, okay, this is what the goal is. This is what the mission and the vision is of what we're trying to do. And then finding people that fit. And I believe that there's 2 parts and they're completely equal. Can they do the job and do they fit culturally into the company? And I think if you don't have both of these, it's a short-term, unsustainable model. And I think one of the most important things of leadership is trust and vulnerability. And I can't sit there and ask everybody, be vulnerable, trust me, without me going first. As a leader, you just have to show by example.
So Peter, 3 very important years, 2009, 2013, 2016. We got to go there. Let's talk about that.
So in 2009, when I first sold, my initial thought was I actually wanted to sell the whole company. I was burnt out of the business, I was burnt out of the industry, I was burnt out of the people, like I was just done. It's like, I can't do this anymore. I started realizing that, oh man, the company is so far off of what it was supposed to be. I'm not tired of the industry. I've really become sick and tired of who I'd become. And what I mean by that was I started going down the path of money, EBITDA, profits, we're gonna sell this thing and so forth. And I literally became everything that I swore I wasn't gonna become. So at that point, it shifted from selling the whole thing to, okay, how can I keep as much as I can? Because there's really unfinished business here. Right. And how can I bring in some partners that can help me evolve the business and take it to a new level. So in 2009 was with the Fireman guys, then 2013 went with the Joe's team, and in 2016 transitioned to 10 Gram. And we're still public. The company changed its corporate name to Differential Brands Group. We're aligned in values and so forth. So.
Peter, I know a big part of what you believe is to never stop learning. Can you talk about that and share? What's your thoughts on that?
The fact is, the world is constantly changing. Right. It is moving, it is evolving. What it is today was for sure not what it was last year, and for sure not 20, 30 years ago. So when people sit there and say, I have 30 years of experience, I'm like, well, that really sucks. Because if you plan to use those experiences, use those solutions, use that mentality to try to fix today's problems and tomorrow's future, it's like, no wonder we have no progress. No wonder we keep on with all this hateful behavior. It's because we can't learn what's right. We sit there and stick on to things that from the past that weren't right to begin with, and we keep passing that on to future generations. So I think the greatest teachers are the ones that are constantly learning.
Now, how important do you think is failure and not fitting into success?
I think those are the most critical parts of life. Mm-hmm. Those are the times that you get to truly see like what you're about, what other people are about, like who's going to show up. And this is one of the things that I try to always use as a gauge in my life, is when things get really difficult, I always ask the question, who do I expect to show up? Like, who do I want to show up? And because whoever comes out next, that's the real you.
As a business owner, right, how do you get your consumer, your audience, if you will, that you don't just want them to buy your jeans and wear them,
Yeah.
like you want them to know your purpose. How do you do that?
I always say, our product that we're selling is not jeans. It's not fashion. To me, our product is our message. You know, that's what we're trying to sell. And you know, we have a pretty simple message. Our whole thing is about how do we help inspire the power of self. What I hope that they take away from this is, yeah, I am a part of this ethos. I'm a part of this mentality, and this is a little piece of who I am or who I aspire to be. And you know, so it becomes like a reminder, and you know, I call it like the souvenir of the experience.
Do you have a quote or mantra that you live by?
The quotes I have them somewhat, they're all written on my body, right? So I have this, Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. It's one that goes, you know, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful. So I have Never Grow Up here.
And Peter Pan.
And then Peter Pan and Ride or Die, which I'd say those three are somewhat things that have been a constant in my life.
I know a big part of what you do is to inspire others and especially help the less fortunate and younger entrepreneurs. So what is some advice that you would give to an up-and-coming entrepreneur right now?
I always say this, I'm always a little hesitant to give advice. I guess what I can share is just, and what's really helped me going is passion. It's giving it everything you got.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, that is what makes you so inspiring and such a important leader, and why I'm so glad that you let us have this interview with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you again for the time.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching Investors Business Daily on YouTube. If you want to watch more videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing.